Hi everyone. We're coming into a very special Shabbos. The Shabbos, as we all know, that the Shabbos is the 10th day of Kislev. 10th day of Kislev is the liberation of the Mital Rebbe, the second Rebbe of Chabad, and definitely calls for a Shabbos with big farbrengens and hopefully beautiful resolutions. But as we know that this Shabbos is a very special parsha too. We don't have the time, I don't think, to connect the parsha with the liberation of the Mital Rebbe. So I don't know if we'll touch on that idea. But in this parsha we're learning about Yaakov Avinu leaving his parents' home and going to exile, going to Haran. And this is how it's a little bit contradicting. For one side, this Shabbos we're learning about the liberation of the Mital Rebbe, liberation of exile, liberation of jail, and there we're learning is that Yaakov is going to exile. There's a beautiful explanation on that. I don't know if we have time to talk about this, but if not, I'm sure you can learn yourself or listen to others, and there is a beautiful connection between both ideas that going to exile is not really exile, that's the real redemption. But I just wanted to touch about one point. And the point I wanted to touch is that we're learning right when he was traveling to exile, learning at the beginning of the Parsha, that they gathered some stones together and he put it behind his head. And as we learn in the commentaries that he put together 12 stones. And what was the idea of the 12 stones putting together? The 12 stones resembles the 12 different tribes. And he put it together to make it one. As we know, the big miracle that God made it to be one stone. As the Midrash tells us that every stone wanted to be under Yaakov's head, and Hashem made it to be one big stone. So the idea, the symbol of it was that Yaakov Avinu is going to exile, and going to exile is in order to make the dwelling place for Hashem, to turn around exile to redemption, to make it a place of Kedusha, and to build there a beautiful Jewish family as he did. So in order to do so, he's preparing himself. And what is preparing himself? His preparation is, it takes the rocks, it takes different tribes, and he makes it to one. And what his idea is, in order to succeed in exile, to make exile to redemption, in order to bring the real redemption, the first thing is, we got to combine, we got to unite, we got to become one. And how does he make a one? He takes the rocks and puts them together and it becomes one rock. The real unity. When we have the real unity, we can prevail. We can succeed in exile. We can succeed in Haran as you went. Haran is the lowest place in the world, as the Torah teaches us at that time, and it turns it to a place of Kedusha. So what is the key of the idea? Unity. Let's all unite together. Let's make it one stone, all stones together to become one. The entire Jewish community to become one. This is how we'll succeed to prevail, to make from exile to redemption. This itself is a great lesson to us, that in order to succeed, this is our avodah of today, to bring Mashiach, to change from exile to redemption. What do we got to do? Put the rocks together to make a unity as one. We'll make a unit as one. We'll succeed. And that idea that Yaakov did, he succeeded. And this is how we see through the entire generations of Am Yisrael. Hopefully we are the last generation, now for the generation before Mashiach. We see what is the beauty of Am Yisrael. The beauty is our unity, that we all united together. And this is why, because we all together, because we all united together, this is why we deserve to really accomplish and to make the change that from exile should become redemption. Like Yaakov Avinu, he made that change. He made that idea from exile to redemption. I just wanted to share one little story about it. The idea how Am Yisrael, this is our beauty, this is our greatness, that we are united, we are as one. So in short, it's not a story, it's more a historical factor that 100 years ago was the last blood libel. It was called the blood libel of Mendel Baylis, whoever knows history. And Mendel Baylis was a Jew, he lived in Ukraine, and he was accused that he killed a Christian Jew. There was already in the Enlightenment time, the time of democracy more, and still they accused him for killing a Christian child in order to have blood in the matzah. The famous story with the blood libel, that was by him. And the problem was not just him, the problem was it really didn't look good for Am Yisrael that a Jew is being accused for that. There's books written on this story at Mendel Baylis. The point I just wanted to know, there was going an old court case, and many lawyers from the Jewish side were involved, maybe prosecutors from the government side were involved, and their goal is put him into jail and put him in Siberia or killing him, whatever they wanted to do. But the Jewish community really got involved in this, and it was a beautiful thing. I saw the entire Jewish community of the world, from America, from Israel, from anywhere there were Jewish people, they all got involved. They send money, they send the lawyers, whatever they can to help to win that case. So there's one short point in that story, and as we know, cutting off, as we know, by the end, thank God, the case went that in the positive, that he was let out of jail. But one of the points were there was one of the famous lawyers there. His name was Grusberg. I think Oscar Grusberg. That was his name, Oscar Grusberg, if I remember right. And the question they were asked by the prosecutor, and the judges themselves are prosecutors, that we believe Atem Kruyim Adam. That's what it says. Atem Kruyim Adam. You are called Adam. Means to say, you Jews, you are called Adam. You are called a person, a man. So they were accusing that we believe that only we are called people. So therefore, it's not a problem for us to kill a Christian child because we are people, but not them. That was one of the accusations they gave. And Oscar Grusberg was a good lawyer, but he wasn't so much into Torah. So he had a committee of rabbis, Rabbi Mazza, as I remember, the Rabbi Rashab, many that were involved as a rabbinical meetings to give him guidance. So he came with a question, what do I answer? So the answer he gave, I'm not going to give all the details how it came, but the answer he gave was a beautiful thought. What he said, what the Gemara teaches us is, Atem Kruyim Adam. Adam is singular. What the Gemara is teaching us is that we are called Adam, a singular man. If the Gemara would just want to tell us that we are called human, the Gemara should say, Atem Kruyim Anashim. You are called people. That's not what the Gemara says. The Gemara says you are called Adam. So what the Gemara tells you, people, everybody is people. But the Jewish people, we are called Adam. We are called one singular person. Why? Because the Jewish community is one. And that's the beauty, he said, the lawyer. This is the beauty of our community, that we are called Adam. We all one. And he looked straight in the eyes to the prosecutors and he said, you people, if you would have a problem with one of your members that he's in trouble, would the entire world get involved with him? Everybody minds his own business. Look at the Jewish community. There's one man called Mendel Bayless, and he is accused. The entire Jewish world is involved to help him out. He says, this is the Jewish community. This is the Jewish nation. Atem Kruyim Adam. You, this is what the Gemara says, you are called Adam. You are called one singular man. Because we have that unity, we won. And that unity was accomplished by Yaakov Avinu, going down to Haran, taking all the rocks as was therefore, uniting them together. And with this unity, this is how we'll succeed to change from exile to redemption, or we'll be having, Emetz Hashem, this Shabbos, the real liberation of our exile to the real redemption. Have yourself a beautiful, great Shabbos.